Hello, everybody. I just finished watching what was a really remarkable performance by the English national team. Or not necessarily by the team, but by their savior, Harry Kane. Just amazing performance by Kane. I couldn't believe it while I was watching. Unfortunately, I was rooting for Tunisia. But I'm happy for Kane. He's a good guy. So how did England do this? Well, let's get into it. Before I get into it, please don't forget to like and subscribe. I've been working really hard churning out these videos. It would really help if you guys would do it. But now let's proceed. So early on in the game, it looked like it was going to be another classic English World Cup performance. Looked like they were going to lay down another turd of a performance. They work hard to get there every year, but as always, they usually flop in the World Cup, and it looked like that's how it's going to be this time once again. The young guys were making mistakes everywhere. There were some bad roster decisions as well. I'll get into that later. But it looked like it was going to be another World Cup, how should I put this, disappointment for England. And they were tied 1-1 with Tunisia, which should not be happening. And why was this happening? Well, the youth of England, I feel. They are talented, but they are young. Their average age is 26, and their attack is especially young, with guys such as Dele Alli, who is only 22 years old. So, that was hurting England. They were making classic, youthful mistakes. Tunisia's a high press in the first half and then laying off in the second half. That was confusing England's young players. They're having a hard time adapting to Tunisia's defensive techniques. Tunisia is playing very smart soccer, football, whatever you want to call it. So the young players had a hard time adapting to Tunisia's defensive techniques. Also, they're making just classic youthful mistakes. So in the first half, you saw Kyle Walker make a dumb foul. He put his arm right around a Tunisian player. That's just a dumb youthful mistake. This youthful mistake. England's youth was showing up there, him holding that. That was just a dumb youthful mistake. And that led to a Tunisian goal. England was having a hard time. They were pressing, which was smart. England was pressing Tunisia high, but they were so youthful and unexperienced. They kept chasing Tunisia and lunging and not properly positioning themselves, so that their press failed, and Tunisia was able to work themselves out of those tight situations nearly every time. So England's youth was showing up. Now, Harry Kane is a young guy, but he plays like a veteran, and that is ultimately what saved England in this game. Harry Kane saved England pretty much, because he is young, but he thinks like a guy who's like 34. He's a savvy player, really smart, and that is ultimately what saved England. He was the only smart guy out there among a bunch of other guys who were running around like chickens with their heads cut off. Kane, he positioned himself on both those goals. It's all about positioning and timing and knowing how to touch the ball with you know what I mean. That sounds weird, but you know what I mean, soccer ball. He knew, he just headed it in perfectly, didn't lose his head, stayed calm when everyone else was not. And Kane ultimately saved England in this game. And they can't rely on him to do this every game, I believe. But he did it this game, and it was truly amazing. Even though I was disappointed because I was rooting for Tunisia. It was really amazing how Kane saved England here. But, like I said, England cannot rely on this kind of performance from Kane every game to win. They're going to lose eventually if they have to keep relying on Kane to do it all for them. So, what can they do? But I do feel they have the talent to avoid that. I feel they have the talent to take a very deep run, but how can they do that? First, one of the first things I think is get Jamie Vardy in. And if he doesn't fit your scheme perfectly, get Vardy in. Find a way to get Vardy in. He's 31. The average age is Steve's 26, so bring leadership and technique that they really need. And Vardy is a burner, and England, he just doesn't really work into England's scheme. But find a way to get Vardy in. His experience, you need that out there. Number 2, you need to find some passer out there to pass the ball around. Kane is great, but he's a finisher. He's the guy that needs to be passed to. You need to find a distributor out there. I don't know who that could be. Maybe it could be Vardy. I don't know. Maybe Vardy is good at it. Maybe he's never been put in that kind of situation to do that before. He sure has the experience to be good at that. Maybe you could put Vardy there, but you gotta find a guy to distribute the ball to all of your really good weapons on the attack. That's what England needs to do if they want to make a deep run. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Please leave a comment in the comment section below, and buns out.